All right, so episode number 2 now of House of the Dragon, and there's not a lot of shows I would have the patience for with this, man. I like those shows; they just drop them all. I want to binge, but I can't wait and hold off. So, gonna just have to watch them 1 week at a time. It appears, unfortunately. Man, we can't even get 2 episodes one of these weeks. Come on, HBO. So we start out early on. There's a council meeting, and there's this crazy scene. Somebody in the Free Cities is getting a little out of line, apparently, and they're capturing boats or something and leaving these people on the beach to be eaten alive by crabs. They're kind of figuring out what to do about that. The king doesn't want to start a war. And the princess speaks up and it's kind of like, hey, we could just send the dragons and take care of this real simply, you know. But I guess he sees that as a sign of war and kind of shows him up a little bit, like, look, you're not supposed to be speaking up here. Why don't you go help choose the new King's Guard? So they do, and they choose that guy that whooped Damon. They had the attorney there. I don't know his name, but he's the, he may be, I don't know what his deal is. King, or I don't know what his name is. Who cares what his name is, man? It's kind of like Game of Thrones. There's going to be like 700 kind of important characters in this show. Some of them will turn out to be meaningless. So there'll be a whole lot of that guy. And, you know, by season 4, if he's still around, I'll probably know his name or something like that. So, and then we get another cool scene with the candles. I really like that room. I guess that's down in the sept, they said. And then every now and then you'll just see this big giant torch kind of lighting up a room. It's kind of cool. Or a nice chandelier just full of flames. And so we got some more of that. She's down there talking with her friend, and you can see that her friend's a little shady. And then the king and her still having these talks. And then they get into the part about the king probably needing to get remarried, and they propose. The Valerian guy says basically it would make a lot of sense if you marry my daughter. And they kind of keep alluding to the fact that she's young. And then finally, when you see her, it's like, oh my God, she is really young. She looks like she's like 9 years old. And I think she's actually officially 12. Good news is, though, so they won't bed until she's 14. Well, then Damon around, you know, so as this is happening, Damon still, he's over at Black Dragonstone. And they said 6 months have passed. He's been at Dragonstone with his gold cloaks there, got him a bit of an army, and he's got his dragon. So he makes a move and steals an egg. The king's got to do something about it. The hand is like, I'll go. Well, he's not going to really get it done, even though he takes his new King's Guard with him. Damon's ready to kick some ass. You know, there was the line in there about violence. You know, we didn't get a lot of that, but, you know, obviously a line from the original show, I choose violence. And then she shows up, the princess shows up on her dragon, her and Damon, you know, obviously it seems, you know, I'm not a book reader. As far as this channel goes, the books don't really exist, but it does seem pretty obvious that Damon's just in love with her. And he's like, all right, here's your fucking egg back, I guess. If you're going to show up and ruin the party, I was going to kick this old guy's ass. But so Damon does step down a little bit and gives her the egg back. And then the king surprises absolutely everyone except the people viewing the show. And he's not going to marry the 7-year-old girl. Instead, he's going to marry the friend of the princess, the girl he's been hanging out with and kind of has a thing for, it seems like. You know, she's a respectable 16, 17, 18 years old, I suppose. And so the princess doesn't take that too well. The Valerian guy, again, I don't know his name. There's just so many people on these shows. Anyhow, so the Valerian guy, he goes and meets with Damon. He's like, look, the king screwed you. He screwed me. Maybe we should get together. They're going to go, it looks like, take out the crab people. Crab people. Crab people. So, looks like we're headed to a showdown there between Damon and the king. And the king, he's got some little wound on his finger still. I don't know. He's probably going to die soon. Again, I haven't read the books, but I kind of do know a little bit, I suppose. I don't even know how I know it. Maybe just because I kind of know Game of Thrones at this point. I don't know. Or maybe it's just so obvious in this show. They're just like, here, man. And even a dummy like me can figure it out. Or maybe this is not what's going on at all. All right, guys. Boom. We'll see you soon. And thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. It's good. I like the show so far. I really do. Do you guys like it? I like it. That's pretty good.